You're a shopper, I'm a shopper, we need to be investors. There's a difference, and let's discuss it together. So you see here, I have a rack of clothing. This is a process that I used to do with my clients all the time, and I'm implementing the same process for me and for you. We are going to take inventory. As a stylist, all the time with my celebrity clients, I used to say this, take inventory. Take inventory. I would say this to my assistants as well. Take inventory. When we're out, I'm not someone who likes to overpull. I'm not someone who likes to overcrowd. However, I do like to overshop. I'm sorry, I love things. But there's a way to do this, and there's a way to do this strategically and in a smart way. So, we're gonna take inventory today. And we're gonna take inventory and do a spring style guide because the seasons are changing, my allergies are having their way with me, but we're gonna look fab. I did a preliminary shop and we're not done yet. But of the things that I've purchased, here they are. Okay, first things first, let's discuss the outfit that I have on right now. This is what I like to call elevated basics, okay? So I got this top from Jill Sonder. I really like it. It's like a mock neck and it's oversized through the fit, very loose, very easy breezy, something I would live in for the spring. As well as these pull-on pants from Margiela. Really love them. Easy to dress up, easy to dress down. I think they're a bit more casual because they are pull-on pants, so they tie and they scrunch at the waist, so I wouldn't really be tucking anything into these. I hate a scrunched waistband. When there's something covering the waistband, very chic. They're pleated, super comfortable, loose in the fit. You know, you get that barrel leg. You get that barrel leg fit. This is great with sneakers, great with a loafer, great with a boot. I got them in tan as well. When something is good, buy it twice. Buy it 3 times. Buy it in multiple colors if you can. When something is good, do it again and again. I also got this top in black. Again, when something is good, buy it twice. New things that I got was this Prada top. It has grommets on it. I think it's a really special piece. And the thing for me is anytime I add things to my wardrobe, it has to be something that I don't already have, but also something that I know I can use in multiple ways. So take, for instance, this Prada top. I can get a lot of use out of this. And it's a special piece. And in order for me to enjoy something, it has to be a special piece. Okay, so here it is with the Margiela pull-on pants. Again, super easy to work with. I can do a lot with it. I got it in a size medium. It does run a bit oversized. I'm not regularly a medium. But again, something that I can scrunch up with sleeves. This is great with these Margiela pants. You know, this could be dinner, this could be running to a quick event. This is something I can layer up, I can dress up, I can dress down. And I like versatility within my pieces, especially if I'm going to invest the ticket price for a Prada shirt with grommets. This is also something I would wear with jeans. It's 5 o'clock, I'm meeting the girls for drinks, but I know it's not gonna stop there. I know how we get down. I pull out my Wales Bonner boot. I let the jeans slouch right over top. Maybe I get this zebra bag from the Attico, also great for the spring, summer months. Zebra's really having a resurgence, and I love anything that brings a bit of texture and interest to an outfit. This is something that brings texture and interest. You know, this is relaxed bad bitch. A good interesting boot, a good interesting bag, a good interesting top. I like things that bring interest, and obviously you don't have to wear all of your interests at once, but I'm drama. You don't have to do what I do. Do as I say, not as I do. Now, if I wanted to go a little bit more schoolboy, I could put these long shorts on, these tailored long shorts on, and then I could go for these super cute Simone Rocha buckle derbies. I think that'll also be really cute and schoolboy, you know, that cool schoolboy kind of look. Definitely something I'd highlight for an event specifically. I'm not gonna last in these shoes very long. You know, I happen to love comfort and I have a very high arch. But this is something that I would definitely reach back for. Again, scrunching this up or letting it sit relaxed. Either way, I'm happy. This could also be buttoned all the way up and throw on a tie here and really lean fully into that schoolboy look. This being the first example, you can definitely tell that this piece was an investment, not a shopped piece. Like, yes, this could be a shopped piece because it's like, oh, I love how interesting it is. It's such a cool piece. It's so fun. I have one outfit in mind with it, but I've already built 3 outfits with this one piece. And I have so many more outfits in mind. That is how you go from being a shopper to an investor. Then we got into Jill Sander, chocolate brown Jill Sander trouser. Absolutely obsessed. This was an immediate yes. Now this is something that easily could have been a shopped moment. However, chocolate brown solid trouser pleated. There's no way this was going to be a shop moment. This is in fact an investment moment. And then I bought this ice blue long sleeve turtleneck. It's very thin in the fabric. It's just a regular cotton. It's just a regular cotton. However, love the color. I'm all about an ice blue and chocolate brown together. I'm all about ice blue and burgundy together. I love ice blue and bright red together. Clearly, I love ice blue. So this is something that I think I'll get a lot of use out of throughout the spring. This turtleneck will be great to layer under things, even in the fall, winter months. It really brings that pop. I can put a button, I can put a shirt, I can put shirting over this and then a blazer and have this peek out. There's so much versatility within this piece. And to be honest, I was void of it in my wardrobe. And I think that's my next tip, is that while you're taking inventory and while you're doing this, think of the things that you're void of in your wardrobe. Now let's talk about a piece that I thought was going to be an investment, but ended up being a shop. I have this coat here from Helsa. It's a trench coat, and I'm always determined to wear it. However, for someone like me, for starters, this is a women's piece. But two, it's extremely heavy and very daunting to wear. While I love the palette, I even think it looks great like this. You know, I like the tonal aspect that was going on here, but then the juxtaposition of the ice blue, right? Oh yeah, I really love this. Oh yes, I just went to check the mirror. I really love this. While I love what's going on here, this coat is so daunting to wear, and it's because it's so heavy, and it's definitely worth the money as far as quality goes, but as far as the wearability, I feel like I'm going to collapse at any given moment how heavy this coat is. So yeah, I think this was, while it was, yes, an investment, I think this ended up being a piece that I shopped because I thought it would be such a staple and a classic, and it ended up being something that I always deviate from just because it's so hard to wear. Now I got this. This could be a short jacket or a long blazer. I don't really know what category it sits in, but it's like a slate gray. It has this ribbed material it has this, can I speak? It has this ribbed material going on here. And I really love how it's cut. I love this angular cut here. I think it is a jacket because it doesn't have proper lapels. You know, it has a collar. I was so drawn to this, and when I put it on, I was like, okay, absolutely. It's really light. It's really light in the fabric, so I could definitely get away with wearing this in the fall and in the spring. I also loved how, like, when I put it on, the collar kind of did a kick, and I was like, you know what, I like this. Now, is this more of an investment or a shop? The jury's still out because I don't have a lot of outfits planned with this, but because it's such a simple staple piece, I can do a lot with this. This can exist with blue jeans, white t-shirt. This can exist with an all black and be a proper juxtaposition. I mean, I really love it with this ice blue. Maybe I would do a different bottom, something a little bit more gray or dark on the bottom and make it a little bit more muted. This can exist in the evening time. This can be just a top piece to throw on, you know? So now that I'm thinking about it, definitely an investment. Okay, returning to the ice blue top. I bought this suit from Bottega Veneta as well. It is like a checkered tweed texture. Really, really nice. This is something that can definitely exist in the spring months. However, this is something I'd also carry over into fall. This is a classic. I will definitely be glad that I have this within my wardrobe. I really was drawn to it because of the ice blue. I had the ice blue top on, and then I saw it and I was like, oh, I'd love those together. And that's really what took it for me. Is this more of a shop or an investment? I'm bordering the line on both because they only had a 52 in the jacket and I'm a 54, and I'm definitely feeling it within my arms and shoulders. However, I like the way the body fits. So that's my issue, is that I kind of border the line between two sizes. You know, like this section is great. In the arms, I could definitely use a little seam allowance, especially in the underarm portion, but that's something I can work on with my tailor. These trousers, I definitely wear with the blazer or without, you know. I'm someone who, style-wise, I really enjoy a bit of quirk, and I think this is like my version of quirk. I definitely think this was worth it. So as I sit between the lines of shop or investment, to be determined. I do think this was definitely an investment. I'm definitely going to be glad that I have this within my wardrobe. I think the only portion of it that's a shop is that I probably should have sized up and taken the body in, because it's harder to do tailoring on the sleeve. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm definitely happy I have this. Coming back to the Margiela pull-on pants, this is the tan color. I bought this top at Fendi. This top is definitely a shopped piece versus an investment piece. I bought it to prove a point. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was getting into it with the sales associate. I really wasn't digging her. And I was like, I could walk out of here and not purchase anything. And honestly, I don't even allow people to back me into corners like that. I liked this top enough where I knew that I would wear it at least once, but I could have also said, bring me 10 things and just leave it behind. But I didn't. This top, I definitely think I'll get a lot of use out of in the high summer months, especially with these. Also, another outfit I had in mind for them. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's try it on together and see. I was hoping I would like it, and I do. I think it's a great way for me to inject color into my wardrobe without feeling way too like, this is so much for me. I'm not someone who regularly does a ton of color. It's something I'm definitely venturing into as I've advanced in age. I bought this Marni two-piece. Most of you guys already know how this goes and how this song and dance went. If you watch the TikTok vlogs, if you watch the YouTube vlogs, you know about the debacle to get these pants, but they're all here now. And I think this could be great for definitely high summer. This is definitely something I'd wear on vacation. So we'll put a pin in this and revisit this June, July, August. So that makes this piece now being able to wear it twice. And I know there's other outfits I can cook up with this. This piece was definitely an investment. Now let's discuss two pieces that were definitely shopped. Definitely being a shopper. I was definitely being a shopper. Oh God. I was definitely being a shopper in that moment. First things first, this Loewe top. You guys, if you watch the TikTok vlogs, you remember when I bought this in January. I have yet to wear it. I don't think I'll ever get around to it, but it's something that's in the wardrobe now and I can challenge myself to wear, but it's extremely loud for me. Although I love that it's like this creamy, satiny top. I just think the huge monogram across the chest was definitely me being a shopper in that moment and not an investor, because there's no cost per wear here. There's no cost per wear here. And then these pants, again, I was at the Real. They're from Margiela. Love this. I love the color of them. They're like this. Let's see if I can get you guys into it a little bit more. They're like this slate gray kind of color. However, the fit on them, extremely weird. Like super big. They're like a tie-on pants, so you tie them or whatever, but like super weird, super big up at the top, super tight through the hips. So I would only be able to wear it with something that goes over it. So there's also no cost per wear here. Could this be an outfit maybe for Miami, boat day or something? Open this up a little bit more easy breezy? Sure, but I don't think there's much more I can do with this. So definitely was being a shopper in that moment. Super cute, super casual, great for the daytime. But before we even get into this Loewe top, let's talk about denim. Denim is crucial. I forgot what it was, but there was a study done on the amount of like pounds of denim purchased in like a calendar year just in the United States, and it was astronomical. And that makes sense because denim is a classic. We use denim in so many things, not just jeans, denim jackets, denim shirts, denim bags, denim shoes. We love denim. Denim is a great fabric, right? I'm really, and this is not new, this is not a new trend, but a boot cut flared jean, I think is so important. I think it gives such a great silhouette to both men and women. And I think people need to be a little bit more accepting and a little bit more adventurous when it comes to that. I think that is a great way to play with silhouette. A lot of people don't do that. We really lean on baggy all the time, and barrel is a big thing now. Straight leg. I just love denim. So I could go on forever about denim. I'm not going to. However, I really did love these. I knew what I wanted to do with this. Super light. It's a very fine knit from Loewe. It's really cute. It also, I don't know if you can see, the logo is embroidered on the collar. Very cute. Very cute. I thought immediately of my Loewe Paseo bag, just like on a very daytime type of thing. Super monochromatic. I love ice blue and burgundy together, like I've mentioned before. I think it's such a great palette. I contrasted it with a little white t-shirt under there just to make it more casual. I need to sleep. Excuse me, allergy season is doing me in, honey. But yeah, this could be great. I could do a little loafer here. I could do like my brown Saint Laurent loafer here. I think that would be so good because it's like a mocha brown, and you know, that scrunched loafer is really having a moment. So yes, the jeans, definitely an investment. This top, definitely an investment, worth the investment, not a shop. This top here, also worth the investment. I love this palette together, this like soft olive and baby blue. This colorway is always so good. Could I have gotten this a size down? Yes. Do I like the easy, breezy, relaxed feel of this? Absolutely. So I'm not too mad at it. You know, I don't like things that make me look like a 10. I really love to show off my boom boom pow. It's the one thing that I have working for me. Also got this jacket. This is Loewe as well. It's the Paula Zibiza Loewe. Really cute. Love this like distressed stripe down the back, vented through the back as well, and then it has the Loewe logo embroidered on the elbow. Very cute. Very cute. I thought this would be great together. I also like how it hits because it's almost like it's cropped. And that just, again, that works for me because then it helps emphasize the one thing I have going for me, my boom boom pow, you know? So love that together. Love these together. Definitely will wear them separately. But this palette is just so good. Easy breezy. Something, you know, a shopping day, quick lunch type of thing. Very casual for the daytime. This is perfect. All investments. Okay, and now here it is with the Margiela pull-on pants. I think this could also be really great. Another way to get use out of the Margiela pants. Another way to get use out of this top. I bought these boots in, I want to say either January or February, with spring in mind. Something about this boot, this palette gives spring, but then I like that it's a bit rugged. And then the cutout is here, which I thought is really cool. I saw that Justin Bieber wore them at Coachella. Bitch, I had them first. Just kidding. Just kidding. But I'm not. But again, I think that's so cool. It adds a bit of ruggedness to this look. And then going right back to this, I love this palette together. This is just so cool and like fun for the daytime. Very much a cool guy. Very much, you know, dress for the boyfriend you want. I'm a big fan of COS. These Margiela pull-on trousers with this COS top. I love this chocolate brown. I did something very similar with this Rick Owens top in February or January during Sephora for Sephora Squad. Very similar in the fact that it's both like that ribbed knit, like a very fine knit. Same thing going on here. Really love this. Big fan of COS. Highly suggest if you're looking for those chic, staple, everyday pieces, COS is your place. Definitely good investment. I bought this top from Zara at the Grove when I was in LA. That Zara that took over the Top Shop at the Grove, they have like Zara Studio, Zara Men's, and like everything there is just super elevated. It kind of looks like, you know how when you shop on the Zara app, all of the cute stuff you can never really find in store? That's how it looks in that store. Everything's so nice in there. And I got this top. I bought this with vacation in mind. It only has one button. I currently have my Spanx on, but you guys know I'm no stranger to a lot of cleavage, so this is something that I would also wear. Just one button, open down to the belly button, and just really glow it up and give it and really serve it. So I definitely think this will be good for high summer, but also this could be worn in the spring. We're still on the line of this, if this was an investment or a shop. I think this was a shop, but I can make this an investment. Okay, we got this top. Definitely an investment. I'm not even going to negate that. I absolutely love this. It is a double layer top, so they're attached, but the inside has a zip panel, the zip portion, and then the outside does this button situation here. Super great shirting. Absolutely worth the investment. I'll get a lot of use out of this. I would wear this with my Margiela pull-on pants in the tan color. There's so many things I can do with this. I decided to try them on with these barrel leg jeans that I have from ASOS. I got these 2 years ago, and they're fine. They're heavy. They're very heavy denim. So I don't wear them as often as I should, but I really want to see about pulling them out again and starting to make use of them. So that's why I brought them out for this try-on haul. But yeah, absolutely an investment. Now let me preface this by saying, every closet does in fact need a couple of those shopped pieces. This is a shopped piece. This is that piece that you might not reach for every month. You might not reach for it every year. But there is going to come the occasion where you need a Loewe fully sparkled, fully crystalled top for whatever the special occasion may be. This is definitely a piece that is shopped, but it's definitely an investment. You need those special pieces in your wardrobe. And this, my dear, is a special piece that I was definitely going to invest in. Absolutely love. I can wear this in so many ways. I'm talking leather pants, dark blue denim, high-waisted denim, how it was shown here. You'll be seeing the picture right there. Like, there's so many ways to wear this, and I'm going to get so much use out of this. This is such a special piece. And like I say all the time, a good wardrobe is never done being built, and this is something that you definitely need to have in your wardrobe. Or at least I do. As much as I hate to admit it, and I do have to admit it, I opted to buy these 3 pieces. So this belt, this top, and this jacket from Versace. This is Dario Vitale's first and last collection for Versace. Jesus. And I really, really was drawn to this red and cerulean. I also love this belt. I've definitely gotten my, hold on, let me rephrase that. This belt gotten its cost per wear already. I've been beating this one down, so that's a for sure thing. The top and the jacket, it's definitely adventurous for me. I really loved the jacket because it has this red leather on the cuff and then red leather on the collar. I thought this would be nice and different for me. As it stands right now, these pieces are shopped pieces. These pieces were me being a shopper and not an investor, because I haven't worn them yet, and I still haven't figured out exactly how I want to wear them. I do think that these are very specific things in my wardrobe, which isn't always a bad thing, but they're very specific things in my wardrobe that I think lend to more of like an 80s style of look. And when I had the curly top, it kind of made sense. And I was like, oh yeah, this gives 80s. I kind of love it. But now I've gone back to a fade, and I just don't know if it's really working for my vibe and if it's giving me my ooh-ah sensation. Do I love the red on the collar? Yes. Do I love the red leather? Yes. Do I think these are great pieces? Yes. Do I think this is a departure for me? Yes. I just haven't landed 110% on it. So as it stands right now, there's a question mark ... on these pieces, but for the most part, I think it was me being a shopper and like just being excited to have a piece of Dario Vitale's collection, because I really think he was onto things. I think he's a very special designer, and I loved his eye and his take on what Versace could be. You know, when we look at Versace in the past years, it's very colorful and ornate, and all of those things were kept, all of those things remained, but it was more modern and streamlined, and it was still using all of those aquatic colors instead of using shells and starfish and all of those things that kind of feel very juvenile. It was leaning on more mixed metals and, you know, use of hardware and, you know, implementing the Medusa in certain places. It was very strategic, and personally, I really gravitated towards it. So that I understand, and I think that's why I really wanted a piece of the of Dario's archetype. But we shall see. We shall see. Okay, this look from Bottega Veneta. Where do I begin? Love the fabric. So it's that classic Bottega Veneta textured kind of wool. I know it's 21% silk, 60 something percent viscose, but it has that like tweedy kind of wool texture to it. Anyway, love this look. Definitely needed the top a size up. Okay, definitely know that. You don't have to tell me. However, I love this tomato red. I knew this was something I wanted to have in my wardrobe. I know this is something I'll be happy to have in my wardrobe. So my idea with this is, because a size up wasn't available, okay? It wasn't available. These are pieces from the outlet, so it's kind of like what's there is there, and this is like your last chance. I said, you know what, we're gonna take it and we'll make this a gold piece. So this is an investment. This is an investment in my vanity. This is an investment in my body, because I am vain enough to lose 10 to 15 more pounds just so I could fit into these clothing better. I'm vain enough to do it. So until then, we'll just cheat it and wear it open. It looks more relaxed than chill that way, but in a perfect world, I want it tucked in, showing off the waist, opened down to the cleavage, and giving like sexy chest, dada type of vibe. That's what I'm after. But as it stands, investment. Okay, you guys, I hope this video was at least remotely helpful, educational, and if nothing else, entertaining. If you've made it this far, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.